It's Monday, February 8th. It is the 39th day of the year. There are 326 days left in 2010. I am your host for today. My name is Jeffrey Jose. And before I get to my Super Bowl 44 recap, I just wanted to wish a couple of special people in my life a happy birthday. First to my cousin up in Montreal, Jacob. Happy birthday to you, or happy belated birthday actually. Hope you had a wonderful celebration with your sister and your parents and all of the cousins who are up there. Really do miss all of you guys and cannot wait till I can visit you guys again up there in Canada. To you, Jake, may all your wishes in this new year of your life, may they all come true. May God bless you with many more birthdays to come. And I love you, cousin. And like I said, cannot wait to see you guys. So happy birthday. To my best friend in St. Louis, to you, Ardith, happy birthday also. I've always wanted you to be happy, and I'm glad that you're in a good place in life right now. I'm glad that you have found happiness. You and Miguel and your engagement, and, really pray and hope that you guys really cherish and celebrate this love that you have. Celebrate it now in your engagement that's ongoing, and especially on that day of your wedding when you guys take your vows with each other. Um, really happy for you both, and wish you both all the best, and especially to you, Ardith, here on your birthday. May God bless you in your journey. So yes, happy birthday to you both. Hope you guys have had a good one. On to Super Bowl 44 down in Miami. New Orleans Saints 31, Indianapolis Colts 17. Uh, Not exactly what I predicted. I was wrong. I did know, or I did think that whoever was going to win by double digits. I just happened to think it was going to be Indy, but I was wrong. I was correct in predicting that the first to 30 would win, and the Saints were the first to 30. All happened on a Tracy Porter interception return. Got the Saints from 24 to 31 points, and that was the nail in the coffin. The Colts could not come back after that. It was a close game for 3.5 quarters, but after that interception, it broke the game wide open for the Colts, or excuse me, for the Saints, and they win their first championship in their franchise history. Um, really happy for the city of New Orleans. After everything that they've gone through, 5 years ago when Hurricane Katrina hit, that city has always attached themselves to the football team, to the Saints. But after that tragedy, they just latched on even more, and they live and die with the team. And this, the first championship for the city, after everything they've gone through, the party is definitely on Bourbon Street. The streets will be alive and kicking for the next week and a half, especially with Mardi Gras coming up in 9 days. That city will not sleep. That is where the party is at. So, very happy for them, especially happy for Drew Brees. He's an amazing quarterback. Um, has always put up the numbers statistically, close to 5,000 yards a year ago, led the league in touchdown passes this year. A prolific quarterback numbers wise, but now he has a ring to go along with it. I'm really happy for him, and I'm happy for Sean Payton, the head coach for the team. I've heard the story of how when Drew Brees was a free agent about what was that, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, um, when Drew Brees was a free agent coming out of San Diego and trying to look for a team to sign with. Um, the story of how Sean Payton recruited him to sign with New Orleans. It's a pretty awesome story. At the time, 3 or 4 years ago, that was when it was the Katrina aftermath, and you know Drew Brees visits Sean Payton in New Orleans, and usually in the recruiting process, regardless of whether it's college or the pros, it's you take them to the best spots, to the best restaurants, to the best lounges. Show them where the nice houses that they can live in. You really try to hit up the highlights of the city and um, try to impress the heck out of whoever you're recruiting. But Sean Payton, he took Drew Brees to the parts of the city that got hit the hardest after the hurricane. And, Sean Payton said to Drew Brees, I want you to come here. Come join me and help rebuild this city. And from there, Drew Brees was hooked, and he was like, yeah, I want in on that. And here they are, 4 seasons after he signs, and he has resurrected a team that had never won anything, gets them their first championship, and helps resurrect the city. It's an amazing story, and I'm really happy for the both of them. As far as the game itself, it was a very close contest, like I said, for 3.5 quarters. Um, I made a remark during the game that it was a pretty flawless game. You know, both teams were taking care of their own business. Both teams were executing. Not many sacks. I don't other than the Dwight Freeney sack, I can't. I don't recall any other times that the quarterback was getting hit. Very few penalties. Not many whistles being blown or flags being thrown by the refs. So very clean and very clean and disciplined game from that standpoint. And just that one turnover, in a game where both teams are executing perfectly, the first to make a major mistake lost, and that's exactly what happened. On that actual play, that fourth down where the Colts are driving to try and tie the game, it looked like there was miscommunication between Peyton Manning and Reggie Wayne. Looked like Wayne ran a hitch pattern, and Manning was expecting him to continue cutting in, and he threw the in route, and Tracy Porter steps right in front of that pass and takes it all the way back, and totally put it out of reach for the Colts. Just a couple of other pointers. I thought Sean Payton called a fabulous game. I thought he was gutsy. I thought he was aggressive. And I think that aura he gave off of, we are going to take this. We're not going to wait for the Colts to hand us a victory. We are going to go out there and grab it. The team totally fed off it. Even though that 4th-and-goal stand by the Colts defense, even though the Saints didn't get in the end zone or put any points on the board with a field goal, I like the aggressive call. Sean Payton was basically saying, we are going to grab the win. We are going to get the Lombardi Trophy here tonight. And then obviously the onside kick to start the second half was the most gutsy and ballsy move that I've seen in a Super Bowl in a long time. You are taking a major risk doing an onside kick and potentially giving Peyton Manning and that offense awesome field position to start the half. But it worked. And, when gutsy moves work, the coach looks like a genius. And Sean Payton was a genius here today. As far as Peyton Manning, both quarterbacks played awesome. The only blemish was Peyton's interception that he threw. As far as what this loss means for his legacy, for being considered the greatest quarterback in NFL history, I felt like he did need to win this to enter the argument. It's kind of unfair when you're talking about the greatest in history that you can't just judge it on pure skill or talent level, because like I've said in my other blog, Peyton Manning has totally revolutionized the way the quarterback position is played. He's just so smart. He executes. But it seems like to enter the discussion of the best ever in your field, you have to have the rings. You have to have the championships. It's easy for us to say Jordan is the best of all time because he has 6 rings. Do we want to say that LeBron will be the best player ever? It's hard to say when he doesn't have any rings. For NFL quarterbacks, Montana has 4, Tom Brady has 3, Manning only has 1, and I think that will penalize him in his resume for being considered as one of the greatest of all time. Will he get another ring? It's tough to say. The one thing he does have going in his favor is the Colts are a good organization.